Definitely, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pradeep, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute of Lucknow. We are the premier training institute for principals and teachers in India and many parts of the world. We have many in-service and pre-service programs. And for more information on this, please go to 740-840-1000. Right now, you're on our disruptive education platform. On this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,450 educators from India and all over the world. And this afternoon, we have for you Mr. Amaresh Jha. He's the Assistant Professor of Parul University in Vadodara in Gujarat. He has a Bachelor of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, and he's a Master of Tourism Management. He has 20 years' experience as lecturer and assistant professor. He has trained managers for advanced management training and has presented three research papers and published two of them. His hobby is collection of knowledge. He likes to collect knowledge. He will be speaking to us today on online education and challenges to the school community. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for being with us. And over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well since we are facing this type of pandemic and after effect of pandemic, rather we can say. Like my topic say disruptive education, where my focus is online education challenges for all the stakeholders. Basically, we can say students, teacher, as well as parents. Uh, as we all know, like since uh, 2019, we are facing this sort of pandemic problem, and due to that, we have to move for online education. Online education is basically if we collect information from different stakeholders, that is very good for them also, for learner as well as for teacher also. However, we are also facing there are lots of problem due to this online education. Like like in 2020 when the complete shutdown had started and this sort of thing, social gathering has been avoided. So all schools, college, and everything was almost shut down. So we were thinking about that it is a temporary problem and we need to go online for few hours or a few days. But however, we can say we are in 2022 and again still we have this sort of problem. So since this online education has been started, initially there was lots of confusion for everyone. Now they have we are started accepting those things, and if I can remember the great scholar or we can say that great strategic Chanakya, Vishnugupta Chanakya has said the creature who do not have adaptability, they will be get extinct. In he has quoted this thing. We can read in the various books. He was basically he was basically Indian writer, so he has written in Hindi. He said that कि जो प्राणी किसी चेंज को एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर सकता वो उसको उसका अस्तित्व खत्म हो जाएगा. So now we also need to improvise ourselves. We need to accept these changes. Now, I need to talk about some challenges what we are facing as a teacher. Like when we are used to with offline education, where we had a classroom, we had this student in front of us, we had blackboard, and so many things. So we had emotional touch, we had means physical control over the class. But nowadays, what challenge I can point out is lack of emotion, or we can say lack of connectivity in teaching. What we are facing. If I have asked my so many students, like they say, sir, we do not have that much of attachment while you are teaching online. I don't know what is the exact reason, whether they can convey that message, or they are scared to share that, okay, what is the exactly challenge. But uh, the connectivity with student is lacking. So that is my first challenge. What I think we are facing. Second challenge is creativity. Like we are moving online, and there are lots of platform where these knowledge, or what you say, information is available on for any topic. Whatever topic you think, there are so many things available on various platforms. The problem is the student cannot judge what content he can select for their learning. And since there is the gap between teacher and student due to that physical touch, or you can say that availability of a physical teacher, like we are not getting that thing. So for that, what I think, I would like to request all the parents as well as teachers. So just focus, just analyze your word, whether what he wants. Like if you remember your school days, means, I'm talking to all my teachers, means, as well as parents. Like remember your days when you were a learner, your parents or your teacher used to give uh, that type of example, or they used to share a story, what was relevant to your that situation, and they used to modify that story. And since you don't have that sort of other thing where you can cross check those story, you used to believe that story, and you change your activity, you change your morality or whatsoever. But nowadays your kids have lots of things, so they are basically, you can say, they are confused. And we are blaming, like they are not disciplined, they are not listening to us. We used to blame them blindly. So that's why it's my suggestion that we should treat them uh, in different mode. We have to be a creative person, so that student will grasp that thing, what we want to teach them, or what we want to make them understand. Basically, like nowadays when we have started online education, so we need to provide them mobile phone, and mobile phone with internet connectivity. So there are lots of things on internet, whether it is relevant or not relevant. So all those things that student can see on his screen, and anything that can distract them from the main content. So we have to be very wise on that. How can we can manage those things, those content? Basically, there are so many contents which is not manageable, which we can't control. But we can't blame student, or we can't blame our kids, okay, why they are doing so. So that was my thing. Like okay, our teacher fraternity, which is known for creativity. Teacher is has to be a creative person. He has to be an actor. So we need to modify all those things, all those information what the students are receiving from various sources. Majorly it is internet sources, but on internet also there are n number of pages. Like for my this thing, I was looking on into a paper where they have point out so many things. When I moved to second paper, they were pointing on some other thing. So, if being a teacher, being a researcher, if I can get confused, so how my student cannot be get confused? So we have to look into this thing also. So it has to be a cumulative effort. Then only our student will get a proper channel or proper things to learn. That is the basic problem, and that is the main problem. Rather than that, what we know about connectivity issue, there are other thing like remote area connectivity. So these things we are already knowing, and we do not have control over that. How to control that? That since the company which are providing these services, they can only do that. But what can be done? Other thing we have to think. So now, when we are doing teaching this online education, we another problem we have is tracking progress of our students, whether my kids are getting the knowledge or not. So now I can't blame my student, but the scenario of society is has been changed into blame game sort of thing. Like when a student is not performing well, parent used to blame on teacher. Teacher used to blame on student, as well as they also used to blame like parent is not taking care of them on at their home. So blame game cannot work. What I believe. So how it should have been, how it should be cope up with this problem. So we have to think about that also. Blaming a student is not a ideal thing. What I believe, my student or what my kid is a blank sheet of page. So now, whatever you want to write, just write it down. But if you are confused or you do not have time to write what should be written, so how you are expecting that your student will learn those things? So that was the problem, and that was a suggestion from my side. So tracking of progress of a student can be done in another way also. So we have to think about those things. Since I have already told you, the teacher is a creative person, so you have to create such things so that while they are having fun, they should get their information. They should know that they can collect the knowledge, as well as the main focus of a teacher or parents should be building confidence of our students. So for that, a teacher can create something interesting so that students can take interest on that. Like we have lots of complaint where we are saying like from teachers, they say so and so student is not showing interest on so and so topic or so and so subject. So what I believe, we can create interest, and it is our responsibility, either moral responsibility or other sort of responsibility. Here I want to put one example. Like I'm a educator in hospitality education, basically hotel management. So here we teach how to dissect a chicken. So how to separate a wing part, how to separate the thigh part, how to separate breast piece. So these things cannot be teach online also. So you can make a presentation like a cartoon presentation or some this by using graphic presentation. So we can teach that thing also by that mode also. Like in traditional board, we used to say the hind leg is can be considered as the thigh part of the upper than this thing. So this lecture method is not that much effective in terms of online education, as well as in offline also we are not getting that result what we are seeking for that. So we have to be, again, my again focus is we have to be a creative person. We have to create atmosphere where they can they can learn the thing what you want to communicate, how what you want to incorporate in their life. Next problem is we are getting a lack of space for open conversation. Like when some one teacher is speaking on online mode, he is the only person who is speaking. Like right now I am speaking, I don't know who is understanding my words or who is not understanding. I can't even judge that my message is delivered or not. What is the lack is what lack is there? What is the gap between the communication between the person? Since there is only one person who is talking, talking, and talking, and I don't know whether the my listener is getting that those points, whether that they are listening or not. If I say compare it with offline education, we can judge it the facial expression, the body language, and so many things it was there. But in this online education, we do not have the that mechanism to get open conversation. So this request from all the faculty member, all the teachers, if they can suggest any sort of this thing so that the two-way communication can be strengthened and your student can be interactive. We try to make classroom interactive, but on online platform it is not that much feasible. It is only for like giving the lecture to someone, giving a lesson like you should do this thing, or if you are principal, you are you are giving your juniors like you should do this thing or you should do this thing. But actually, it doesn't work when you are actually you have to perform those things. So for those things, what can be done? From my side, I can say we can create a forum so that peer this thing peer communication can be done in presence of the teacher. So we can make all the audience has to be put their mic on, their camera on, and then they can chat with each other, so that the group, when we if you remember, we used to put a topic and he asked you to start talking. Everyone has to participate on those things. So that was the more fun for and that was more informative. So we used to get more idea. But nowadays, what we are doing, I don't know we are doing right or wrong, but I think we are not achieving the goal what we actually want to. We are not creating a person who can generate idea. Yeah, we are just creating bookworms nowadays. The student have lots of information, but they don't have knowledge. They are lacking concept. So here, being a teacher, we are failed. We have to think about how can we make their information. It has to be converted into knowledge. How can we can do that? So we can think about that. Next is like we say lack of infrastructure support from the country, or we can say organization where you are working. So infrastructure support cannot be done in a day. Yeah, one day you woke up and start thinking like we have 5G connectivity, we have a proper IT support. So this cannot be done. It can rise gradually, but whatever we have right now, we should utilize those things instead of giving this any type of sort of excuse. We can focus on those things so that we can can get the result from what we want actually. And the last but not least, from my side, one more issue is there, that is online security. Like when I was teaching, I have given assignment to my student, Miss class, go and search the restaurant who have unique theme. So now what happened? They have searched so many things. They had created very beautiful file and they have submitted. But suddenly, when he was talking with me, when I was asking how you do, what was uniqueness on that, so we had discussion during that. When I asked him, he got a call from a marketing company, and they were asking about him when he want to visit that restaurant and what food he would like to have. So my student was shocked. So see, why I am getting this sort of call? So it is happening with every student or every field. So whenever you are searching anything on this internet, that particular platform sell it, or I don't know how that data has been breached. So marketing company is disrupting disturbing the learner to learn the thing. So this was the few problems what I have uh, chalked out from my experience, as well as from my other colleagues. I have talked with them, and I have also talked with few of parents, students also. So these were the few problems from which I came to conclusion for this as a challenge. Now, I also would like to put some few challenges what students has to face is when a student is searching something, he see a ad running on. So either intentionally or unintentionally, when they reach to that platform, or they directed to that platform, that can be gaming platform, that can be any short videos platform. So now this these things are created in such a way so that student is diverted into that, and he forgot or she forgot why he has came for the with that mobile. Now, I want to ask you, and I would like to request all of you, can these things, if that short video or gaming platform can divert my student from what he want to search to their platform, and they are keeping them for long hours. So why not we can create that type of thing, so that instead of playing game, instead of seeing that video, they can see any content, or they can collect some knowledge. So that can also be done. What come from the challenges student face, and we can get the advantage of that also. Like there are so many teachers, they are complaining, like when I was teaching, my student was commenting on my teaching style, or the parents were talking something, there were lots of noise, and student has not put off the mic. That is correct, that your concern is correct. But what we can do, how we why we are not understanding, like there are so many students, they belong to very poor family, they do not have any separate room, so that they can go and attend their classes. Or sometimes it is not possible for every student that they know all the technical thing to manage that classroom. Sometimes that might on unintentionally also, and someone is talking and you get disturbed. So being a teacher, we have to consider those things also. But if if we need to answer your guardian or any parent, so in that time what we should do, or what we can justify, we have to think about that also. Next thing is, we are failing to motivate our students. Rather, we can say, when we are not making our class interactive, So it will be become only one thing. If someone is giving pravachan like Baba is doing pravachan, and bhakti is there and they are listening. So that thing get old style, and now we have to think something else. So how we can make session interactive. So these are also the things we need to consider. Now, like, there are so many things, like each coin has two faces. This online education also have some benefit also. If we talk about in terms of economy, so the parents can save money from transportation. Whatever, whenever your kids is moving to the college or school, you need to invest some amount, or means you need to expend something for their transportation. So that can be also saved. So we can also think about that thing. So what I think, we were talking so much thing from for this thing also. What I am today, I am talking. I am not talking any new thing. These things has been talked so many times. Either the method of their assimilation of information was different, but everyone is on same platform. So everyone is saying same thing. But I am putting one question and winding up my words. What you can do now, what you want actually, what you want your student to be, what you want your kid to be, whether you want your kid to be a informative person, or you want to be a creative person, you have to decide. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Amaresh Jha, for that talk, very relevant talk on online education and challenges to the school community, and for bringing a very fresh uh, outlook to it. Uh, so, good afternoon, everybody. And before we leave, I request you to watch our detox from our disruptive literacy movement by Global Dream, which has been an initiative of Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. The whole idea is to ensure everyone's participation by a people's movement to ensure foundational literacy and numeracy for all our brothers and sisters all over India who are not so fortunate as us, so that they at least have a modicum of a chance of getting around and living a better life. So we have several talks on this per day. And for more information on the talks that you would like to listen to, please go to 7408401000. So once again, thank you, Mr. Amaresh Jha, for that talk on online education and challenges to the school community. And good afternoon, everybody. Goodbye, and see you again tomorrow. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.